Welcome everyone to DrAdreus' card lab. This is the first Battle Spirit Saga video I'm making. I am planning to do some other stuff on my channel as well regarding this game, but for now I wanted to showcase one of my favorite decks that I've been playing a lot myself, which is Purple Core Control. So, for my deck I run 31 spirits in the main board, 4 Camelot Knights, 4 Beldegor of the Dark World 7, 4 Dark Knight Acklewhale, 4 Darklancer Cavalier, currently 3 Earth Spider Demons, though I keep switching between 3 and 4, to be honest. Then 2 Dark Knight Mordreads, which I also sometimes run 3. Like, the numbers with these, having higher numbers of them can be good for Beldegor, to be able to summon it from the trash with the Immortal ability. But for now, at least during this week, I've liked these numbers. Then I run 4 Dark Bishop Bucculus, which is a really good when summoned effect to remove all but 1 core each from all spirits and place them into their owner's reserves. Obviously, the stuff that goes from your spirits to the reserve, you can place those back however you want, so that doesn't really matter. But this combo is really good with Infernal King Curse Dragon or any of your core removal, which you can then use to remove basically your opponent's whole board, either with Curse Dragon or the other things that remove core. Then I run 2 Grand Underworld Trio Queen Meduk at the moment in my main board. I don't always run this in the main board, but when I don't, I do try to at least have 2 in the sideboard, or 3, because this card is really good against White Control and also against Gigano Rex, because they don't really have a way to get rid of it, to be honest, or at least not like a very good way. Because this has the level 2 and level 3 effect that when it would be destroyed by your opponent, you may place 1 core from your opponent's life and 1 core from this spirit into their owner's trashes to keep this spirit on the field refreshed. And if my understanding with the rules are correct with Blood Curse, this works on the other spirits too. So you can also just give Camelot Knight, I guess, a lot of core to keep using an easy Blood Curse, which is really good. At least like with the level 3 effect, if you have it at level 3, but then it's so big that you probably don't usually get to do it. And then I run currently 3 Purple Smoke Valleys. With this card, you draw a card whenever you destroy an opponent's spirit via reducing its cost to 0. So basically, if Spider Demon, Mordred, Curse Dragon, or Core Drain or Core Theft destroys anything, you get to draw a card, which is always really good, having draw power. I did run this at 2 before, but I'm currently trying the 3 because I have more high cost spirits currently as well. And the other reason is for the level 2 effect with the Curse ability cards, that can actually win you games as well. Because it gives them the ability to not be able to be blocked by spirits with only 1 core. And even if you don't have like Curse Dragon and Bucculus combo, you can just play Bucculus onto the field to get everything to 1 core, and then your Acklewhales and Camelot Knight, at least these, cannot be blocked. And of course, same with Meduk. So at that point, it's kind of needed for the opponent to either be able to like destroy your field with effects, or maybe just end the battle phase with Absolute Ice Shield, which of course we run 4 of, because that's the best defensive card in the game. Then I run 3 of the Nexus Netherworld Depths. I still feel like 3 to 4 of Netherworld Depths is usually the right amount, but with the current amount of spirits I run, I could see myself drop to 2. I think there was like also a purple control deck that won a tournament that ran 2, but I still prefer having 3 just to make that like draw power happen. But Obviously, Netherworld Depths is also really bad against any white control deck that, or any white deck that runs the Nexus Rocket City. So because of that, it might be better to try to focus on something like Purple Smoke Valley, so you don't just constantly have to discard everything whenever you do stuff. And well, I guess in those matchups, like you usually sideboard in, or sideboard out, like your Nexuses anyways. And then I run 3 core trains. Usually I run 2 in purple. But with this card's effect, you can choose an Exhausted Spirit and remove up to 3 cores from it and place them into their reserve. And also, because it has 2 reduction, you can play this for like 1 cost. And that's really good to get like rid of most red spirits or anything that doesn't have like the purple armor. And it also gets you to draw with Purple Smoke Valley, so it's just really worth a lot for you, to be honest. And then a good thing that I think some people have mentioned in the Battle Spirit Saga servers before also is the Flash effect to gain 2000 power. It is really cheap, so that can be used to win a battle quickly, but it's also really good with Meduc to power up your opponent's spirits in battle to force them to take damage with the Blood Curse. So that's also another way to use this ability if you want to do it that way. Then I run 4 Deadly Balance. I think 3 could be fine if you want to run something else at more numbers, like a 3rd Mordred or more Earth Spider Demon. But 4 is also really good because you can do nice little battle tricks like... Well, one thing is you can destroy your cost 4 or 5. And then after that you can summon Beldecor as well, which can be really helpful. Or if you don't have any spirits on your board, you can just activate it immediately and your opponent is forced to destroy their spirit while you don't have to destroy anything because you don't have anything. Though, do keep in mind, if your opponent's field has only purple armor, then this won't destroy anything from them. So do not use it when there's only purple armor. But if your opponent has something like with purple armor, like I think Pegasione has it, and then if they have like a higher cost spirit that doesn't have it, it does force them to destroy the higher cost spirit, which is good. And then of course, as I mentioned before, I have the 4 Absolute Ice Shields, and then go 2 Core Thefts. I still personally really like Core Theft. Some people don't run it at all, because of the discard cost. But, and also if you only run 2 Netherworld Depths, I probably wouldn't run it that much, but yeah, with Core Theft, you can send cores from your... You can select one of your opponent's spirits, then discard any number of cards, place core from that spirit into the trash for each card you discarded. Usually if I discard stuff with this, it's... Or if I use this stuff, I'm using it with Netherworld Depths, or when I can use it for like 1 core raid-in, while I have Purple Smoke Valley so I can draw stuff. Beldecor is obviously a good choice to discard, because you can just keep calling them back from trash as well. Or extra copies of Netherworld Depths if you already have like 1 or 2 on field, because you usually don't really want 3 on field, and if you're playing against yellow, you don't also want the second one on field most of the time, because that can make you deck out quite easily. And otherwise, a nice way to use this is also together with Baculus, because you drop stuff to 1 core. If you don't have Curse Dragon, you can use Core Theft, Mordred, and Earth Spider Demon to get rid of your opponent's field with the 1 core removals a little bit easier. And also, after you've used Baculus, if you have Curse Dragon on field, with the level 2 effect, you can remove all but 1 core from your opponent's spirit, and after that you could flash Core Theft and just destroy the spirit. But yeah, that's it for the main board. And then for the sideboard, I use 3 hit Ice Maid Fulas, which is basically there for the purple mirror matchup, basically. obviously. And then I run one Grand Underworld Trio Queen Maduke here. In case I'm against White Control or Kikano Rex, I think I want to see this a little bit more in those matchups. Then I have 3 Angelic Oppressors, which is obviously also to play against White. Mainly to get rid of Head Ice Maid Fulla, since I don't think people will ever play this at level 4, so it's kind of fine. And another thing, I've also tried this in the main deck before, which has also worked. Because of the core removal, you can usually combo it like to kill level 1's spirits like very easily. And then at the moment I run 3 Bloody Rain, which is basically another like way to stop more attacks, which can sometimes save you games. And it's also nice it has like the free option to do that. It doesn't use cores like Absolute Ice Shield does. So if you go against like white aggro or other aggro decks, I think it will be really good. But yeah, that's it for this deck mostly. But another thing to mention is that now that people are getting D0X Spider, if you want to play purple in tournaments, I don't think there's much you can do about that thing, since destruction effects don't work. So yeah, D0X Spider is kind of annoying. There's like no proper answer to it. I think I could show that card quickly as well. It was over here. So yeah, it has armor purple and yellow. And at level 2, neither this spirit nor any white nexus with a soul core on it can be destroyed by opponent's destruction effects or as a result of battle. So basically it just can't be killed. So at that point, the only way technically to kill it is when it's level 1 still. But I guess for that, there's not that many options. Like, I guess you could play the red spell, Burning Force in your main, which most people do for the Nexus destroying. I just don't think the 5 cost is most of the time, like, worth it. It might be in some matchups, but for now, I think the deck does fine without it. But if more Nexus stuff comes like forward, I think I could play it. Same with stuff like the Dream Bomb and other things like that, or Ferrari Slash. There's like a bunch of good options for that later on when it's needed. But yeah, I thank you. I thank everyone who watched the video. I'm sorry my videos are still kind of like newbie style. I'm mostly a Twitch streamer, even though there I do other stuff than Battle Spirits. But if you guys ever want to talk about Battle Spirits while I do play those other games, like I do Nuzlocke in Pokemon and Shiny Hunting and things like that on the Twitch side. So if you want to come there, please check my Twitch channel out. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!